James Kaufman, World News Report today. We're going to quickly cover the saddest, most unhappy cities in America. We're going to count down from the 20th most unhappy to the number one worst, most unhappiest city in America. Number 20 comes in at Fresno, California. Unemployment rate 14.3%. And those are of the workers, not including the disenfranchised that are quote unquote out of the workforce. Divorce rate 11.1%. Earnings are down over the last 3 years. Well-being index 61.1. Misery score 74.8. Number 20, Fresno. Number 19, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Unemployment rate 13.2%. Divorce rate 12.1%. Earnings down over 3 years. Well-being index 60.7. Misery score 75.2. Fayetteville, North Carolina comes in at number 19. Coming in at number 18, Port St. Lucie, Florida. Unemployment rate 12.6%. Now, we have to remember, generally around the U.S., we have about a 60% participation rate. So we'll have to add that 12.6 to 40%-ish. And more than half of the people that could be employed can't find a job. Divorce rate 12.5%. Let's see, well-being index 63.5. Earnings are up 3.9% over the last 3 years. Misery score of 75.4. Number 17, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Unemployment rate 10.2%, so about over 50%. Divorce rate 14.1%. 3 years earnings are up 3.3%. Misery or well-being index 60.8. Misery score of 75.6. Chattanooga, Tennessee coming in at number 17. Now this one surprised me. It's because the divorce rate is so high. Fort Lauderdale, Florida coming in at number 16. Unemployment rate 11.1%, so over 50% of the people that should be employed can't find a job. Remember, we have 40% that are just not participating, supposedly. Divorce rate 14.7%. Earnings about flat or up 0.91% over 3 years. Well-being index 63.4. Misery score 75.6. Fort Lauderdale, Florida coming in at number 16. Now remember, I'm just a reporter. Next up, number 15, Newark, New Jersey. Staggering 18.4% unemployment. Divorce rate 9.2%. Remember, we also have to add in that 40% of the folks that just aren't participating, i.e. per the national government anymore. So this is more like having 60% or 58.4% of the people approximately unemployed. We have earnings down 1% over the last 3 years, just over 1%. Well-being index is 61.6. Misery index is 76.2. Coming at 15, number 15, Newark, New Jersey. Coming in at number 14, we know the casinos are empty just by the videos we've seen lately. Unemployment rate in Las Vegas, Nevada, coming in at number 14, 11.8%. Divorce rate 12.9%. 3-year earnings down 1.76%. Well-being index 61.7%. Misery index 76.2. It's me number 14, Las Vegas, Nevada. That surprises me, just like Fort Lauderdale did. Coming in at number 13, Memphis, Tennessee, our second Tennessee victim here. Unemployment rate 12.3%, divorce rate 12.2%. 3-year change in earnings up 2.24%. Well-being index a 60.5. Overall misery score a 76.6. Wow. Memphis, Tennessee, coming in at number 13. Next up, one of my least favorite states in the U.S., Massachusetts. Springfield, Massachusetts, unemployment rate 13.3%, divorce rate 11.3%, earnings up 0.83% over 3 years, well-being index 62.1, misery score 76.8. Number 12, Springfield, Massachusetts. Number 11, coming in with an unemployment rate of 11.2%. Plus, you have to add the worker participation rate to that. Well, we have Buffalo, New York, coming in at number 11 with a divorce rate skyrocketing at 16%. Probably what brought it so far into the misery index. Earnings up 1.74% over 3 years, well-being index 60.9, misery score a 77.2. Number 11, Buffalo, New York. All right, coming at number 10, unemployment rate 14.8%, Modesto, California, the Valley. I'm guessing Stockton's going to be number 1. Divorce rate 11.7%. Earnings up 1.12% in 3 years. Well-being index 61.4. Misery score a 77.6. Modesto, California. Numero 10. Coming in at number 9. Akron, Ohio. Unemployment rate 12.6%. Divorce rate 14.4%. Earnings are up 2.19%. Well-being index 60.7. Misery score 78. Akron, Ohio. Coming in at number 8. San Bernardino, California. The valley itself. The crime is what they point to here. It's just off the hook. Unemployment rate 16.6%, divorce rate 10.6%, 3-year earnings down 3.83%, well-being index 62.1%, misery index 78.4. Wow, coming in at number 8, San Bernardino, California. Coming at number 7, Rockford, Illinois. Number 7, Rockford, Illinois, unemployment rate 14.9, divorce rate 13.7, earnings way down, negative 3.01%, well-being index way down 59.9%, misery score 80. Number 7, Rockford, Illinois. This one also came out of nowhere for me. Number 6, Birmingham, Alabama. I thought it was a nice town when I visited. Unemployment rate 13.3%. Divorce rate 15.2%. 3-year average earning down 0.28%. Well-being index 62. Misery score an 81. The combination of unemployment and divorce rates bring it down. They actually point to a large number of crazy people, and these, hospitals are closing down with no one to treat the crazies in Birmingham, Alabama. All about the crazies. Misery score 81. Coming in at number 5 of the worst, most miserable places to live. That's right, Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio. Unemployment rate 13.7. Divorce rate 14.9. Earnings up 0.42% in 3 years. Well-being index way down at 59.8. Misery index 82.4. Toledo, Ohio, with alcohol abuse being pointed to as the number one factor that it scored so low. Coming in at number 4, kind of came from nowhere at me, Macon, Georgia. Unemployment rate is huge, 18.7%. Divorce rate, 12.3%. Earnings way up at 6.58. They don't cover the individual's state of mind here at all. Mental health day is 4.1. Misery score, an 86.6. Coming in at number 4. Fourth worst place to live in the U.S. Coming in is the third most miserable, unhappy place to live in the U.S., Dayton, Ohio. Heavy crime, and 15% of the city makes around $10,000 total household income. Unemployment rate, 14.7%. Divorce rate, pretty high up there at 15.7%. The actual earnings are up 0.43% over 3 years. Well-being index is fairly good. And our misery index is going to be, because of the heavy crime, 102% the national average, 102% more than the national average crime, and the average income. Misery score, 87.2%. Number 3. Looks like Ohio is just going to take the boards. This is going to be Cleveland, Ohio, come in as the second worst place to live and the most miserable place, or at least the second most miserable place here in the U.S. This is going to be, again, Cleveland, Ohio. Unemployment rate, 18.5%. Divorce rate, 14.4%. 3-year earnings way up at 7.21. Well-being score, fairly good at 61. Misery score, 89.8%. They point to so very few jobs available, and they also point to extremely heavy crime rates. Number 2, worst place, most miserable place to live in the U.S. with a misery score of 89.8. It's Cleveland, Ohio. Now for the number 1 spot, the worst place to live in the U.S. I guess Stockton, California isn't considered a city. It's more of a town, right? Detroit, Michigan, the very worst place to live in the U.S. The most miserable place, with almost a perfect 100 score on the misery. Unemployment rate, 24.9%. So we're looking at 65% of the city looking for jobs. Divorce rate, 12%. Earnings down 2.77%. Well-being index, 60.7%. Misery index, a 99.6, the most miserable town to live in the world, or in the U.S. That's right, Detroit, Ohio, and we should have known. We probably should have known. With that said, where did your city fall here? God bless, folks. Hopefully I don't reside in any of these places. I always thought Fort Lauderdale was a nice spot to stay. What do I know, though? Please share, subscribe, and always remember that anything's possible. Bizarro world.